Welcome to the making of a DM. Today's show is fire. You've got it backwards. The formula is backwards. I will explain exactly what I mean if you truly want to generate more money than you ever thought was possible. This is going to go against probably everything you've thought about. So with that said, let's get started.
I'm more Kevin's I'm more Kevin's DM. I'm here to help and teach him what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question more Kevin's when he step in the door. He's closing deals. It's time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker.
Hey there, it's your boy Mark Evans, DM. Welcome to another Making of the DM podcast show. That's right, you are the deal maker, dream maker of your life. I'm excited to be here with you today. I'm sitting here in the office. I just might be a little giddy. I just got a lot of blood, 14 vials of blood taken out of me about 30 minutes ago. Just got off a great call with the team. And then not only that, just did a great 12-minute video inside of the Deal Maker Alliance private group. We got some really cool stuff to share with you today. I hope you have a pen and paper ready. I hope you, depending where you're at in the journey, I want to let you know, if you're brand new here, who I am, what I do. I'm Mark Evans, DM, the deal maker of my own life and dream maker for my family. And I do lots of things. You know, it's one of those things. I've been doing real estate now for 28 and a half years, real estate investing. But my first company, I bought a blue-collar business, a seamless gutter company, 2 days after high school. And my goal was only to make $100,000 a year. And like I've shared before, I mean, we've done that in hours, let alone days, let alone weeks now to generate $100,000. But I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to give you tips, tricks, and strategies and ideas to help you make a better life. My goal, I'm 46, is to take all these years I've done, 20 and a half years of business, and help you become more successful quicker than I did. You see, the internet, these podcast shows you have available at your fingertips, YouTube University, all these amazing knowledge-based environments. You guys, I used to have to go down to the library and get a book. I used to have to watch an infomercial and pay to go sit in a 3-day event across country to learn something. Now we can learn it while you're walking or jogging or working out or driving to the job or whatever, like you're doing right now. So I want to say congratulations on being at the right place at the right time, because you have access to knowledge at a speed that didn't even exist when I was starting. So you should be way further ahead of me by the time you're at a certain age. Again, 28 and a half years in business, I should be 10 times bigger than I am, knowing what I know now, on the right trajectory. I'm still keep my feet moving. I'm still working when you're working. I'm still, driving and stressing when you're stressed. Like, that never goes away. Never goes away. Just the numbers get bigger. So I do that. I also own a lot of other companies in the media space. I own a company in a data space, fintech space. I'm investments in a bunch of different types of blue-collar businesses across America. And I feel like I'm just getting started. I feel like I haven't accomplished much of anything. So I'm not here to act like I'm the best of the best. I have lots of failures. I continue to fail, but I also have some wins once in a while. And I don't really celebrate or complain about either or. I just keep moving, just like I recommend everyone else do. So if you're brand new here, welcome. Thank you so much. And for everyone that's here, our show is growing. We have record months happening as I speak on the podcast shows, more downloads than ever. Every single month it's going up. And that's because of you. You're sharing it on social media. You're leaving 5-star reviews. You're doing all this cool stuff. And I just want to say thank you so much for being a great human, because it does matter. Every time you post, every time you share, if you tag me, I'll reshare it, get you some eyeballs, and hopefully get some followers, and hopefully increase some opportunity. But today, I'm gonna talk about two different things that will help you as a business owner, entrepreneur, a human being, to make a lot of things happen, generate a lot of money, generate a lot of connections and such. And this is a formula I had wrong for many, many years. This is something I didn't really understand until I realized the power of it. I had the formula backwards. See, what I'm talking about is, depending where, like, if you're in business and it's like money, I got to make money, I got to make money, I got to make money, you kind of really forget what you're in business for. The reason you're in business, yes, it is to make money, but the ultimate reason, the way you make money, is by solving problems. And most of you have the formula backwards. It's like, I'm going to make money and then I'm going to solve problems. Not really. You solve problems to make a lot of money. Not only that, it's more enjoyable, right? You're going to solve all these problems. You're going to help all these people, and they'll gladly pay for the services and the effort that you give them because you're solving their problem, as opposed to like getting stressed out when you're trying to sell something. And by the way, this will take a lot of stress off of your plate if you're a sales individual, because all you're doing is selling. Stop selling. Start listening and start solving problems. And then you don't have to sell. You just have to present a solution to the problem. And maybe that solution is through you, and that has a fee attached to it, i.e. you make money. We've all heard, help enough people get what they want, you ultimately get what you want. Well, do you even know what that really means? Help enough people get what they want. What do they want? Well, it depends. What business are you in? Every human being wants more time. They want to feel better. They want to have more money. They want a better health, right? They want time. They genuinely want to spend time with themselves and their families and their loved ones, doing the stuff they love to do. So if you have a solution, I don't care what business you're in, if you can solve time, money, effort, and results, you can make a lot of money doing whatever you do. So I don't care what industry you're in, right? Like, I don't care if you hang Christmas lights. You can make a lot of money solving this problem. People are making millions of dollars a year hanging Christmas lights. There's a lady I'll be interviewing shortly. She's making over $1 million in 4 months, placing pumpkins on people's porches 4 months a year. She's solving a problem. What's the problem? Well, the families are busy today. They don't have time to go out to the pumpkin patches. Maybe their kids are in college now, but they still want to have the spirit, but yet they're not very design savvy. So they'll pay $1,000 to this individual to have the most amazing front porch display of pumpkins and hay and straw or whatever, mums, etc. Not only that, they get to come home, they see the beautiful look, and when all the festives are over, they call her, and she comes and cleans it up. She's solving a problem, and she's making a lot of money doing it. And if someone can make $1 million in 4 months doing pumpkins, I'm sure whatever business you're in, you could generate millions of dollars if you genuinely understood what problem you're solving. See, I do a lot of real estate, and a lot of times people don't understand the problem that real estate people are dealing with. If I'm talking to a retail individual as opposed to an investor, they might be different problems. They're both selling, but they could be drastically different problems. My number one thing I always ask all my sales teams, what's the number one reason they're looking to sell, i.e. the problem? If we understand the problem, we can identify a solution to help them solve their problem. And if that solution has something to do with us buying it or something else to refer it over to someone else because maybe they just are out of the ballpark of where we need to be, well, there's an opportunity for all us to win. I'm having a conversation with the seller already, or the investor for that matter. And when I have the conversation, I'm not there to do anything except to listen, understand the situation, take my knowledge and my connections, and help solve their problem. And my job, if done correctly, is I'll make money doing that. See, I have this beautiful thing called relationship capital. It's real. Relationship capital. Lots of people constantly, a lot of people withdraw out of relationships. We all have relationships where they drain you. They're always asking for something. They always need something. It's just always something. In my world, I like to make a lot of deposits. I like to hook people up. I like to connect them with great people. Because in relationship capital, you've always heard, you're only one relationship away from changing your life. You, only one relationship away. Think about that. One. Not a 2, not 100, not 1,000,000, but one. But I want to dive a tad deeper on that. What if you today, and every day for that matter, is that one relationship someone's seeking to change their life, to solve their problem. Be nice, connect, listen, solve. You will be able to make money for the rest of your life if you understand what I'm saying here. More importantly, implementing it every single second of the day. When you're in a community, and I don't know who you are listening, but like you have connections, you have relationships that you've built up over the years. And not only that, the people you've built up relationships have relationships. So when I'm talking to an individual and they need help on, hey man, I need to learn how to do email marketing for my business. Even if I don't do it, maybe I know someone that does. My boy Antonio does it. If I'm talking to him, it's like, give me your cell phone number. Let me text you and Antonio together. You two take it from there. Now I hook these two people up. I solve this individual's problem. He's been seeking or she's been seeking a solution to email marketing. My boy Antonio can do it. I know it. I've tested him. He's been with me for over 10 years doing stuff like that. So he's been vetted. He's very reasonable. He's honest. He's hardworking. More importantly, gets the job done. So I make the connection. I put the two people together. If whatever Antonio charges, maybe he kicks me back 10 or 20% of that. The money will come. I was getting a zero anyways because I don't offer that service. But I help solve their problem. And now I know what they need help with. Now I made the connection with Antonio. Now Antonio is excited. I just got him a lead, high quality lead. Now this individual I was talking to, I solved their problem. Guess what? Now I'm a problem solver at a high level. I like that. That's a deposit. I'm depositing goodwill. I'm depositing insights. I'm depositing my connections, my relationships. See, oftentimes you don't even know what you're doing if it's going to ever come back to you tenfold or 100-fold for that matter. I don't think about that. I don't care about that. I just know if I keep having great conversations with great people, giving great connections, great things are going to happen. I don't know by where or whom or how. I just know that's how it works. If I'm calling, when I'm talking with my real estate team, and we're calling, just everyday retail sellers, and the individual on the other line, I only buy in certain markets, but let's say if we're in Columbus, Ohio, buying houses or apartment buildings or warehouses or whatever, and the other person on the other phone, the retail, let's say the Nancy in California, her mom and dad own the house in Columbus, Ohio. She moved 10 years ago to marry her husband and have kids and live a life out on the West Coast. Her parents passed away. They left her the house. And now you're thinking the house is an asset. Sort of is. But I don't know what Nancy's situation is. Does Nancy have capital? Does Nancy even want to deal with the house? Does Nancy even know how to deal with the house? So we'd have just a genuine conversation. Hey, Nancy, what's going on? How can I best serve you today? Understand where she's coming from. Stop wanting to know. Stop acting like you know everything. I don't know anything. I don't know Nancy. I know Nancy has a house that she got inherited in Columbus, Ohio. That's all I know. And my job, if I'm a professional, is to have a quality conversation to solve her problem. Well, guess what? I buy houses. And if she's selling a house at a reasonable price to solve her problem, I'm able to step in and solve her problem. So we make this harder than it really has to be. Everyone's like, sales, numbers. I've never, ever once in my entire life met a number that has a problem. It's just a number. I've never met a number that has emotions. It's just a number. This is why I always say focus on data, not drama. The data when I'm talking to Nancy is understanding Nancy's thought process of what she's going to do with this individual property. She's thousands of miles away. She doesn't want to go back to the property ever again. Her parents left her this house. It's worth $200,000 retail, fixed up. It needs $50,000 in repair. There's no mortgage. She's like, if you just give me $100,000, I don't want to deal with it. That's what we do every day. We solve people's problems. I solve business people's problems every day. Shit, this Saturday, me and my wife were out doing some stuff with the kids. And then we went and we drove around. I was looking at this property. It's 20 mobile homes, really nice, actually, mobile home park. But as a commercial property, 6 units up front. It's about a $2 million property, give or take retail. I got wind that the individual guy that owned it has passed away. He's in his late 80s, left it to his almost 80-year-old brother that lives on the West Coast. It's a great cash flow right now, but if they don't know how to manage it, they never dealt with it, they got it handed to them, this asset can quickly become a massive liability to his brother that he gave it to. So when I have a conversation with them, I'm not calling them to buy the property. I'm calling them to see what's going on, to see if I can solve a problem that he may be facing. Maybe he doesn't have a problem. Maybe he's like, dude, I'm good for now. Cool. I'm going to put him up on a follow-up list in 3 months from now, because a lot can change with an asset that has 6 tenants in commercial and 20 mobile homes in the back. A lot can happen in 3 months quickly, right? Bad management, boom. Who's collecting the rent? Boom. Main water break, boom. I don't want to deal with this. Just give me $2 million or $1 million or what. Like, I don't know yet. We have a media company. When my team's talking with media folks, they have a problem. What's their problem? Their problem is they want to generate eyeball traffic to their website, and they want to generate sales from that website traffic. Cool. What are your metrics? I.e. the KPIs? How much do you need to be a cost per lead, cost per sell? That's data. I can't do anything with it. I want to make a bunch of sales. Okay, cool. What's a bunch? Because a bunch to me and a bunch to you and a bunch to Elon Musk and a bunch to Jeff Bezos is different. But if I say, listen, my budget's $10,000 a month. I need to make 50 sales to do that. Here's what I'm willing to do. Here's what I'm looking for. Here's what I need, etc. I can do something with that because now I can relate to them. I can understand and say, yeah, this is a good fit or not a good fit. See, the thing is when you start looking at people and businesses as partners, not just a number, you start maximizing the opportunity of serving them. And by serving them, and by the way, this takes direct conversation with them. If someone says something stupid and or ignorant, maybe they just don't know. They might not even be doing it on purpose. They might be new. They'll be like, oh no, I get leads for $2 a piece. I make sales for $2 per sell. Show me. I've been at this game a long time. I don't know how to do. I want to see it. Well, I'm just saying if I could. Exactly. Based off your industry, based off what we've seen, based off what you shared with me, it costs about $120 to make each sell. That's what it costs. So not only am I learning for what their biggest needs and wants are, but also in their problems, I'm sharing with them insights to give them the knowledge, to give them confidence to move forward with you. Sometimes the best selling is, it's always the best. Tell them direct. Yo, that's not true. Here's what is true, and here's the data to back it up. So the formula a lot of people are running off of is make money and solve problems. Yes, you making money will solve your problems maybe. But if you want to solve your problems, solve other people's problems, and you will make money. I don't care if you're raising money, right? You give me any industry, this works. Any industry. So a lot of people, a lot of different industries listen to me, and someone always say, oh yeah, that's easy for you to say. That doesn't work in my industry. Any industry. If I'm raising money, their problem is they want to park their money in a safe investment, and they're looking at ROI, not just return on investment, but return of investment. They're looking at timelines. Maybe they have a tax situation coming up. You gain this insight by having high-level conversations to understand the problem your prospect is facing. And then I design what my goals are for them inside of that. And it might be to work with me, or it might be me just to hook them up with someone else that can help meet their expectations. I never feel like I'm selling. I'm consulting. Too many of you are prescribing without understanding the problem. Picture this, you're a doctor, right? I broke my arm. I walk in, I have a broken arm. You're like, wow, you got gout. Here's the prescription. Good luck. Huh? You didn't ask me what my problem was. What's your ailment? What's going on? How you feeling? What's wrong? Dude, my arm. What's wrong with your arm? I think I broke it. Well, we have to do an x-ray. By the way, that costs money. The x-ray company makes money. Yeah, you're right. I need to do an x-ray. I don't feel like I was sold. I want to identify the problem. Boom, x-ray. Mark, you're right. You fractured your elbow in 2 places. We have to get a cast on that immediately. I can get you scheduled in 2 hours. Here's the location. That costs money. Solve my problem. And then they do it over and over and over. Too many of you are trying to sell people what you think they need. A lot of you sell people what they don't need. And the truth is, most of the time, you're underselling them because you don't listen to them. Your buying habits are creeping into your selling habits. Well, I would never pay $1,000 for pumpkins on my front porch. Well, you ain't the client. You don't have that problem. The doctor isn't getting an x-ray. He isn't getting a cast. He's prescribing me a solution to my problem. That doesn't mean he can't help me. That doesn't mean he can't sell me because he doesn't have a broken arm for this example. Too many of you are worried about making money that you make no money and or very little. And you're wondering why it's fleeting from you all the time. Generating money is easy if you're having conversations with people that have problems and you're vertical. You're not going to get a 100% success rate, but you're not going to get a 0% success rate. Have great high-level quality conversations, and you could change a lot of people's life. We talk about it. You're only one relationship away from changing your life. What if you are the relationship changing other people's life that ultimately changes your life? That's what the DM community is about. You know why I love like the Dealmaker Alliance family and community like that? Let's say there's 150 people in there. If I'm talking to anybody, I don't care what walk of life or what you do, age, it doesn't matter what your problem is. I know someone that may have a solution for you. If I'm a lone ranger, I'll figure this out on my own. I got it under control. I'll do everything myself. Cool, bro. Cool. But not only are you hurting yourself, you're hurting them, and you're hurting your prospects. Your job as a business owner, leader, is to be a problem solver. It's funny. I work with business people every day. And it's funny, business people complain to me that they're always getting called to solve a problem. I'm like, well, that's what business people do. We solve problems. That's how we get paid. And typically, the bigger the problem, the bigger the opportunity. That's one thing I hate to see is some people love to keep solving the same problem. Mickey Mouse problems equal Mickey Mouse bank accounts. And we don't like Mickey Mouse bank accounts. I'm not saying not help them, not serve them, but do that through automation or i.e. you not deal. When I say automation, I'm not talking just, there could be humans inside of that automation. Maybe you have a left-hand person or a right-hand person helping you do that. I want the big problems. That's where the big opportunities lie. But you got to start somewhere. This information I'm sharing with you, you can actually start executing it immediately today. Reach out to 5 people today that you've talked to. Connect with them. Get on the phone with them, meet them in person, shake their hand. What's going on in business, man? How you feeling? What's going on? Well, dude, I just feel overwhelmed. I get it. Overwhelmed with what? Life. Well, life or business or both? Both. Cool. What's overwhelming you? See, the thing is, that's drama. I don't know what overwhelms you. Maybe in business, it's a staff member. Cool. I know Scott Hannes. He'll help you out. He's an HR guy. I don't do that. He does that. I take your cell phone number. I text you guys. Boom. What else is overwhelming you? I'm solving your problem in real time. I'm connecting you with solutions. Well, man, my numbers are off. Understood. What numbers? Right? And just go down the line with them so you can understand, to identify where the real issue is. Folks, we all have issues. We all have problems. I invest hundreds of thousands of dollars a year on relationships. We all do. We all invest money on relationships, if you know it or not. You all belong to some sort of clubs. You all belong to some sort of societies of some sort, some networks or whatever. That's investing in yourself. The problem is a lot of you have not audited that investment. You're still at the same places expecting different results. You have to change. You have to get in better rooms, bigger rooms. You have to start connecting with better people, potentially. Maximize your relationships. Because what's cool about that is I made 2 deposits with 1 connection. If I'm talking to that individual and they say they have the problem and I know the solution, well, the person I'm solving it with, let's say Scott in this example, now I just deposited relationship capital with Scott. I deposited relationship capital with the person I was talking with to solve their problem. I just made 2 deposits. I didn't do any withdrawals. And I'm going about doing this all day, every day, everywhere, all the time. Be nice. Smile. Say nice things. Wow, nice shoes. Dude, that outfit looks nice on you. That's a hell of a haircut, man. I wish I had hair to look like that. Whatever it is, like, do and say and be nice. Because everyone's going through something. It creates conversations. And from my world, conversations create opportunities. And opportunities create money. It's not I go get money and then solve problems. I will go conversate, connect, have great, dude, just plant good seeds. Talk to people. Let them know they're important in life. You have no clue how important that is. It's never been more important than right now as I'm speaking to you. Let people know they're heard. Let people know they're seen. Let people know they matter. And I'm not saying lie to them, but everyone has a place in this world. And maybe you never talk to them again. Maybe you don't even say a word to them, just smile and acknowledge. Wave. We are at such a fragile point in the game of life where true success to me is when I'm watching Nate Mitchell in the Dealmaker Alliance community did his first event. He used my office in Ohio here. He had some people here. He's an ex-cop, and Jonathan Munn, another ex-cop, was here, DMA Alliance member. Andy Serrano was here, a firefighter / roofing guy. They're here. There's a bunch of other people, but like these 3 guys I know, and I'm just getting to know them better and better every day. I was more proud of the work I've done by seeing them succeed than me succeeding ever. Some of you may get this or may not, depending where you're at in the journey. I can only have so many cars, so many houses, so many watches, so many cool things. I'm not knocking those things. I like those things. I'll continue to have them. But like true joy to me is watching people take their relationship capital and making deposits consistently. I don't see that moment. I recognize the moment they're in at that moment, but I get excited for where they're going to be in 5 years doing that effort. They don't even know where they're going to be. I do. I've been there. I see it clear as day. If they keep doing what they're doing, they'll be 10 times bigger than me many times over by the time they're 46. That gets me excited. Very excited. And I had another interesting conversation here with one of the individuals. They asked me a question because I mentor a handful of people, a bunch of people actually. And I have this group called the Dealmaker Family. There's like 30 guys in it. And there's some big players in there. And, oftentimes in rooms, we tend to be the biggest, right? It just happens. So I'm very conscious of that. I always try to be the smallest, but not inside of necessarily a mastermind group when you're leading it. I'm guiding them with insights and knowledge and experience and everything in between. But they asked me a question, and it got me thinking. Inside the DM family community, he's like, Mark, who in there is bigger than you? I said, interesting question. I don't know. And the truth is, the reason I don't know is because successful people aren't talking about being successful. We're talking about our problems and how to grow and how to serve and how to help more people. Yes, we'll generate revenue. Yes, we'll make money together, baby. Yes, people will be bigger than others, but we're not looking at who's bigger than another person. And I do know this to be true because when I was in the smaller community, when I was on the up and coming, I was always worried what other people were making. Who's the biggest? Who's the smallest? Who's the in between? None of us at the high level are consuming our brains with any of that power. All we're doing is showing up, creating relationship capital, asking great questions, solving problems, and continuing to grow our organizations. If you think about it, like Michael Jordan had a coach. Why? Was his coach a better basketball player than him? See, it's not about being better or worse. It's about someone that has specialized knowledge on a specific subject matter. I want you to think about this. You are the one. You're the relationship that could change someone's life. You. And the bigger your community gets, the bigger your audience gets, the more connections you make, the bigger your impact becomes. I swear on my life, whatever problem I have, the Dealmaker community has a connection or a solve for it. I literally could post it in the group and someone will contact me. Community, relationships, deposits. I would have you take a step back and ask yourself, are you making conscious effort on relationship capital, depositing and connecting with people, solving other people's problems, which would ultimately solve your problem? I have a lot more to talk on this subject because I truly believe this is the lever every single person can pull right now today and start seeing a dramatic difference in their life. You'll feel better. You'll see the world through a better lens. You'll see that there's a lot of amazing human beings out there that need your help. And you'll start understanding your worth in the game of life. Because every single person listening to my voice is worth way more. I know that, but it's not about me knowing it. It's about you knowing it. You got to earn it, by the way. But you have the opportunity of a lifetime in front of you. Social media has made it so easy to connect with people. This just happened last week. There was someone I wanted to connect with online. I see what they're doing. I'm paying attention from afar. They're actually doing a lot of big stuff, like huge. You would know their name probably. I told my wife we actually just dropped the kids off somewhere. I'm going to message them right now on Instagram. Now, I didn't Instagram them and say, dude, could I get 5 minutes of your time and pick your brain? Nope. Message, and I'm paraphrasing, is something like this. Hey, first name, I love what you're doing. Keep inspiring and kicking ass. That's it. And then they like it or heart it up. And then they say, thank you. And then I say, you're welcome. I love what you're doing. If there's anything I could ever do or anybody I could connect you with to help make it bigger or better, let me know. And then hours later, like, bro, that's amazing. We should connect ASAP. Yes, we should. Here's what most people do. Dude, love your content. Got 5 minutes to pick your brain? Let's connect. Nope, I don't. I'm out. You've given me no value. You've solved none of my problems. You have nothing to give me. You want from me. I want you to start paying attention to your communication via email, via text, via cell phone, and via in-person conversations. Are you withdrawing from relationships, or are you constantly making deposits? And then we have to elevate the deposit conversation because there's different levels of deposits. And I'm not saying go out here and be, Mother Teresa and save everyone's lives and not get paid and all. Like, no. You can make a lot of money doing this, and it's much more fun. I want you to know, if you're listening to my voice, you have so much power if you get out of your own way. We all have problems. Get over it. I don't care what mommy and daddy or grandma and grandpa did to you when you're an adult. You have, dude, stop letting the past steal from your future. Get in the joy of life. Enjoy the moment today. Stop worrying about tomorrow. Stop talking about yesterday. Focus on today. I get it. It's overwhelming. I'm overwhelmed today. But me talking to you fills my soul because I feel like I can give value and insight to help make your life better. The ripple effect here, right now, I don't even know what it will be. Maybe you'll text me on social media, send me a direct message at Mark Evans DM and say, dude, that makes sense. I get it. Here's what I did. Here's what happened. Share your results with me. I would love to hear that. It sounds weird because I'm literally just talking into a microphone right now, looking out into my office, in my weight room and cigar room and all that, talking to you. I don't know where you're at. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what you're invested in yourself or not investing in yourself. I don't know. It's wild. But I do know if you're listening still, we're connecting. We're forging a relationship. I know what you're going through. I know what you've went through. And the truth is someone's went through 10 times more than you and I ever have and have accomplished way more. So we have to get focused. We have to get clear. We have to make it about solving the problem, not just going and getting the money. The money will show up. Get to work. Have conversations. Solve the problems. Connect. Get in groups like the Dealmaker Alliance. Invest in yourself. Invest in your relationships. You are so close to a whole nother world if you start executing what I'm sharing with you today. This is not mumbo jumbo. This is not make you feel good. This is direct talking to you if you're side by side with me on what the secret is to making it big. This is it. Not only making it big, but also living an amazing, fulfilled life. There's nothing better than knowing that your words, your information, your relationships, your time can make someone's life better. But now you got to do the work. Now you got to show up. And now you got to execute. So I want you to know, I'm doing this every day. I have been doing this every day for many, many years. The first 6-7 years, I didn't know what the hell I'm telling you right now. I was like, money. I'm getting the money. Dude, I stole so much money from my future self, I didn't even know it. That's why I felt I needed to share this with you today. Stop trying to make money and solve problems. Go solve problems and make money. You are the one relationship that's going to change someone's life today, tomorrow, and beyond. You got this. Thinking about you. Make today count.
I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. From a small town in Ohio, so I know how it is. Did not come from a lot of money. I remember as a kid, wanted to make 100 racks. Didn't see no one making more than that. Graduated high school with a 1.8. They should've held me back. I hope my principals and teachers are alive just to witness this. I'm my own boss. I'm out here running 2-8-figure businesses. I can walk away from it all and I'll be good, but I've been called to help people just like y'all learn the game. It's time to ball. Everybody chasing the money, but I'm not chasing the money. I'm out here chasing the purpose. Yo, I've been working my whole life. What got us where we at isn't gonna get us where we wanna go. So it's time to push, time to learn, time to grow. I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. I'm Mark Evans DM. Deal maker, deal maker, deal maker, deal maker, DM project.
This is the podcastfactory.com.